So all set. I think uh, I don't want to scare you, so don't get too tired or stressed out. So this is just this is not an investor presentation. We are just having fun with. It's a great way for us to know what your companies are. I think we know most of y'all. I think over the last 2 weeks we've been working together. I think the idea here is to help, and this is one of the many pitches that I'm sure all of y'all will be giving during your lifetime as startups. So it's a great practice session. Also, we've got some very awesome guests today, and I think it'll also help you introduce your startups to some of them. So quickly, I think I just wanted to applaud all of you all for all the hard work that we've been putting so far. And thank you so much for being here again. So I'll do a very quick round of introductions. We have the we have Mr. Pranav Adani with us here. Pranav Adani, sir, is the additional director for Adani Enterprises. Sir, I think I'll not go into too many detailed introductions, but just quickly wanted to let everyone know that you're here as well. We also have Mr. Dilip Kumar Khandelwal, the MD of SAP, with us here. And Sri Krishna, who's a partner at Unita Seed Fund, will also be joining us very shortly. I think the idea is to also help our guests understand the kind of work we are doing here. So very quickly, taking all of y'all, and please bear with me if you know about CII, of what we are doing and why we are doing. So as an organization, we've been into existence since 2008. We are a non-profit organization started by IIM Ahmedabad. And our mandate as a non-profit organization and a philanthropic organization is to identify gaps in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is our mandate. So the way we work is we identify gaps in entrepreneurship, figure out what are the best ways to fill those gaps, and fill that gap. And I mean, the best case scenario for a non-profit is if you become irrelevant in that gap, you've done your job. So we started in 2008. There were several challenges in entrepreneurship domain. The first one being the social acceptance of being an entrepreneur, right? So if a parent or at a family level you are not encouraged to become an entrepreneur, I mean, all the efforts that we put in really go down the drain. So we started by inspiring people to really take on entrepreneurship. One of the first ways in which we did it is we published a book called Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish. We thought it would sell around 10,000 copies. And to our surprise, it is now selling, it's continuously selling copies, it's clocking more than 500,000 copies in 8 languages. So that really served as an inspiration for people to actually take on entrepreneurship. One of the other programs that we did then was we launched what is called as Power of Ideas with Economic Times. And that over the years has become one of the largest business idea competitions in the country. And in 2010 and 12 together, we got in around 31,000 applications. Some of our best startups that CI supported so far come from Power of Ideas. So that happened in 2010, 2012. A week ago, we launched the 3rd season of Power of Ideas. And within a week, I think we've got around 5,000 registrations. We've got over 1,000 submitted applications. So I think we are easily tracking around 35,000 plus applications. So to me, that's a great problem to solve. Abhi, how do we evaluate these applications is a different thing that we need to go through. Then I think as we grew as an organization, one of the other things that we realized is we need to support entrepreneurs at a sectoral level. So far, I think CI, we have multiple sectors. We've got a very sectoral approach. So we support entrepreneurs across clean tech, agriculture, healthcare. We have just started a water vertical in Jaipur. We are also looking at, so ICT was the lowest hanging fruit. Last year we pivoted and we've changed ICT to only include IoT, SMAC. We are also looking at security and fintech. While we were all doing all those things, we've got a very fund-focused approach. So we've got a 100 crore seed fund, venture fund in clean tech. We are trying to set up such funds across these verticals. And I think over the last year, I've been personally helping few incubators across the country set shop. So while we were doing that, we also realized that, hey, we are here in Ahmedabad. We've done all these wonderful things for the entire nation. What have we done for our region, right? So, and while I was also working with these incubators, a very strong regional strategy started emerging where we figured out that the gaps at a national level are more or less taken care of. But at a Ahmedabad level or at a Coimbatore level or at a Mohali, the regional gaps are still there. I mean, how is there a support system for entrepreneurs like you to really flourish in a smaller town and then maybe scale up in a bigger city? That ecosystem was not there. And we started talking to people here. So I think I think the street languages IMA की दीवारें इतनी ऊंची है कि लोगों का अंदर क्या चलता है पता ही नहीं चलता है. And by the same logic, हमको पता नहीं चल रहा है कि बाहर क्या हो रहा है. So right within Ahmedabad, there are so many awesome startups that we were missing that dynamism. So a year back, we started the first small step that we took is we started working and we created a co-working space on the ground floor. We invited a lot of entrepreneurs to actually engage with us. I wouldn't say it's a super successful model, but I think a few of y'all have been engaged with us from the co-working space. Then I think the next initiative that we took is the other hypothesis was, hey, Ahmedabad has a cluster of amazing colleges, right? So you've got IIM Ahmedabad, you've got NID, you've got MICA, some of the best top talent from the country comes here, they study, leave in 2 years. Can we retain them here? So we tried to create a sort of an inter-university collaboration at a university or institutional level. We did something called a Startathon, which was a month-long interdisciplinary student boot camp. So they stayed here in this hall for a month, tried to go from an idea to a prototype level, and some of the entrepreneurs really came up with good ideas. But at an institutional level, the boundaries are so thick that the institution couldn't join hands. So this year we have pivoted and we have said, can we start working with the students? And we are calling that a one campus initiative. So that to my mind is also a great way to sort of build a very strong multidisciplinary university culture. Why is Stanford where it is? Why is Silicon Valley where it is? If you are able to harness the talent of a management student, a design student, a communication student all in one place, you will be really able to add a lot of value to your startup. So that is one of the initiatives that we are thinking through. And so Gujarat Accelerator to me is an evolution of all those efforts. And this is the first time as an incubator, we've reached out and we've said, hey, you know what, we'll only focus on Gujarat as an ecosystem. Let's figure out what Gujarat has and try to give the best support to the entrepreneurs here. And what do we lack in Gujarat? We've got good amount of incubation centers. A lot of these ideation support is already available here. What's missing in Gujarat right now is accelerator. And accelerator, it's not just a name, it's a very structured way of helping startups like yours to actually go from a point A to a point where you are really investable companies. And I think that is our larger agenda and larger vision. We want to make sure that we transform Gujarat from a place which allows us to only look at some of the startups who organically evolve to having a very structured ecosystem. Can this be a Bangalore? Can this be a Hyderabad? Absolutely. We've got all the working things in place. We just need to catalyze that, make sure that all of them work together.